Hi, I finished another Netgalley arc and it comes out on the 19th of September. And it's a lovely, juicy, gothic, fantasy type book. It's A Studying Drowning by Ava Reid. I've not read any Ava Reid before, and I certainly wasn't disappointed. We've got fairy tale, we've got obsession, we've got magic, we've got misogyny, and everything is sort of wrapped up in a gothic sort of overcoat, or in looking at the title, A Study in Drowning, maybe wrapped up in water wings, who knows. The sea, the water, is as much a character in here as the characters. Effie has spent her childhood, her teenage years, haunted by nightmares of the fairy king, this mythical creature who is supposed to take young girls. He is in the pages of the book Unharrowed, which she has devoured. It is her go-to book. She said this book has saved her. She can almost recite it word for word, and the fairy king is the villain in this book. And she has spent her whole life being haunted by nightmares of this creature. She thinks she sees him, but of course nobody believes her, and so she's got all these little bottles of pills that she takes. And Howard was written by the country's well-beloved national author Emrys Mierden, who's just died. And this is part of the story as well. Effie wanted to study Mierden at university. She wanted to become a literature student because she is his number one devotee. But women are not allowed to be literature students, not in this realm. So she enrolls to be an architecture student. And as a first year student, in her sort of almost first term, she wins this competition unexpectedly to redesign Mierden's home. So she's invited by the son to go and stay at Hireth and do her work there. And when she gets there, she finds that this place is in a part of the country that is still steeped in superstition and myth. And the house itself is falling into ruin. The sea is getting closer. Everything is wet, waterlogged, damp, rotting. So you've got the water, it's almost another character. When she gets there, she finds that she's not alone. Another student is there, a literature student, Preston, who is there to go through Mierden's papers. Looking through the letters and the diaries with Preston, she finds that everything about the story that she has grown up with and Howard is not as it seems. And Preston is not there to honour the memory of Mierden. He is there to call him out as a fake. So you've got sort of almost conflict there, but they work together because Effie needs to know the truth. And you get secrets, you get revelations, and it seems that the deeper that Effie goes into the murky depths, the more secrets are revealed. And the magic, the fairy king, his appearances seem to increase as well. I love the imagery in this. I love this sea as a character. I love the idea that everything is drowning. Preston and Effie, I like their relationship. Effie is almost, she is the one who believes in fairy tales, who believes in myths. Preston, he's very logical, and so you've got the two coming up against each other. And I love the character arc for Effie. She has spent her whole life being disbelieved, being fragile, but she grows and she becomes strong and fearless through the book. And then you've also got the idea of women being trapped by patriarchy, being caged, held down. The only thing that stopped this being a 5-star for me, and it is such a minor thing really, the number of times that I read that Effie was near to tears. She wasn't going to cry. How many times? And you, oh, for goodness sake, Effie, either cry or don't cry. And, that stopped every time I read about Effie. She could feel the tears. She wasn't going to cry. It just drove me a little bit mad. But otherwise, the imagery, the blurring of fantasy and fiction, the unpredictable sea, I loved it. So it comes out on the 19th of August. No, it doesn't. It comes out on the 19th of September, and that is A Study in Drowning. So happy reading. Take care.